Are live. What's going on? MyLifestyleAcademy.com. Have we got a special episode today? We've got the man, the myth, the legend, a living legend, Mr. Les Brown in the house. We are live on YouTube, Twitter, all over Facebook, and this will be a podcast episode as well. So super excited. I would highly recommend those of you in network marketing, those of you that have online entrepreneurial friends, tag them in the comments, share this video with them because they're going to get a ton of value. We're going to talk to Mr. Les Brown about not only his story and his insights on what you should do as an entrepreneur, as a network marketer. He loves the network marketing industry. But in addition to that, he can talk about the current circumstances in the world and how you can show up every day with positivity, what you can do to capitalize on, being at home, being in a situation where maybe you have more time on your hands. And I know some of us might even be living in a fearful situation. He's going to talk about mindset. He's probably one of the best in the world, if not the best, when it comes to this topic, this conversation. He is a world-renowned international speaker. He's got not one, not two, but 3 best-selling books. And he is one of the top 5 motivational speakers on planet Earth. So just understand you are at the right place at the right time. And I'm really excited, really humbled, because this is someone that we've been listening to for close to 2 decades now. Yeah. And even my son, Dylan, loves him some Les Brown. So Les, we are excited to have you here. Welcome to our community. We're so blessed and honored and just excited to have you share your insights, sir.
Well, thank you so much. It's a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I would say, a legend in my own mind.
In many of the minds of my following, for sure. They absolutely love you. When I shared this morning that we were going to be going live with you today, the post just blew up. Everybody's been waiting for this for the last couple of weeks since we scheduled it and announced it. So we're just really excited to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. I just want to thank you and your wife for allowing me to be able to share some time with you. I want to thank Dylan for being in the club, because the mark of greatness is on Dylan, and I can feel the greatness coming through the computer right now. Dylan, you can't sneak up on the old man. I know a thing or two. I've been on the planet for 75 years, so I feel his energy. All right.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be with you. I'd like for everybody right now, I want you to think about your goals and your dreams. I want you to think about them right now. We heard an announcement this morning that 3.5 million additional people have been added to those who are seeking unemployment. Unemployment checks, larger than the recession. I want you to just think about that. When I called my sister last week, I said, "How you doing?" She said, "Not good." I said, "Why?" She said, "Alex," that's her son, my nephew. He lost his job. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And the reason I'm sharing this with you is studies indicate that over a year, all of us experience at least 3 tragedies or something bad happens. Either happen to us or someone we care about. So when my nephew lost his job, it impacted his mother. He's moved back home. And it also impacted me. And so I want to share with you that when they made that announcement today, that announcement is striking fear in the homes of the individuals who found out that they lost their jobs. Fear for their family members, what's going to happen next? And fear for people who say, "Whoa, am I next?" When fear shows up, Zig said, here's 1 or 2 things that happen. The majority of people face fear, they forget everything and run. But there's a small number who they face fear and rise. You have the leadership of John and Nadya that allows you to realize that this is your time to rise. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and of love and of sound mind. And it's easier said than done. When I think about my life, being born in an abandoned building on a floor in a poor section of Miami, Florida, with my twin brother, and we were adopted. First taken in as foster kids, and then adopted several years later. And Mama altogether took in 7 children. And a reporter one time asked her, how did you know you have 3rd grade education, you never had any children? How did you know you could raise 7 children by yourself? And Mama said, I just felt that the Lord will make a way somehow. I'm able to speak to you because of 2 women. One gave me life. The other one gave me love. God took me out of my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. So I'm going to share with you what I learned from my adopted mother. I want you to write this down, please. I know I will get through this and be better on the other side. Mm-hmm. It's very important to write that. I know ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The truth is not you believe. No. I know I will get through this and be better on the other side. Why, Les? Because the truth is that you're stronger than anything that has ever happened to you. We all are. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. That we are not in this by ourselves, this thing called life. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. That we must begin to step in and take a stand. Therefore, take on you the old armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that having that all to stand. Take on the armor of faith. Take on the armor of confidence. Take on the armor of knowing that this has not come to stay, it has come to pass. I remember when I was being examined by Dr. Alfred Golston, a top oncologist at Howard University. And he said, Mr. Brown, I've got some bad news for you. I said, what is it, sir? He said, you have prostate cancer. I said, is that right? Yes. He said, your PSA. I said, hold on, my PSA, what does that stand for? Well, it stands for prostate-specific antigen. It's 2,400. I said, what does that mean? He said, 1 to 4 is normal. I said, whoa. He said, there's something else. I said, what else is there? He said, it is metastasized to 7 areas of your body, including your spine. I said, wow. He said, you hear what I just said? I said, yes. He said, why are you smiling? I said, man, 7 is my lucky number. I'm one of 7 children. Put your mute button on, John. That's a little distracting to me. Yeah. I'm one of 7 children. I have a cell phone. The phone number is 702. I was born February the 17th. And Joshua marched around the walls of Jericho 7 times. Naaman dipped himself in the river Jordan 7 times. 7 is my lucky number. He looked at his nurse and said, this is a strange one. So what really got me was that he said, you probably got a few months. And I asked, can I get a second opinion? He said, yes. And you're ugly too. I said, no, you didn't call me ugly. He said, yes, I did. I said, oh my God. Dr. Golston, I can't believe you, man. You are out of your mind. He said, but you got this. It doesn't matter what the medical instruments are saying. It doesn't matter what I say. We determine the diagnosis. You and God determine the prognosis. You got this. You and God. You got this. I want you to write this down. I read this every morning when I get up. Lord, whatever I face today, together you and I can handle it. Lord, whatever I face today, together you and I can handle it. So this is the time to live your life from a place of knowing. See, it's easy to have faith and to believe when your health is good, your marriage is working out, you got money in the bank, the children are acting like they have good sense. It's easy to have faith then, but when the messenger of misery knock on the door, think it not strange that you'll face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might, you will have tribulations. Guess what? Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Guess what? You don't know enough about yourself to be a sinner. No, this is no time to run scared. This is time to rise. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power and of love and of sound mind. But he did something that was very important. While I was laughing, he said, "You've got this." When I speak, and I train speakers, I laugh a lot. And I teach my speakers how to use humor strategically. Why? When you laugh, your mind shuts down, but your heart opens up. And why my heart was open up, he said, "You got this." How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves. He interrupted the story that I believed about myself. And that's in the collective consciousness. A lot of people believe that cancer is a death sentence. 9 million people living with cancer every day. A friend of mine named Roland, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest. And one doctor came in and said, "Got a few months." Another doctor came in after that doctor left and gave him a clock. And Roland looked at it and said, "Hey, there's no hands on it. How can I tell time? No hands on it." He said, "From here on, you and God determines how much time you have." This is a time that we have to take advantage of to evaluate ourselves. Viktor Frankl says that adversity introduces a man or woman to themselves. This is a time to rethink our lives. This is no time to be hunkered down. This is a time to think and to look at what is it about me as I look at my life and where I am. Do I see the person that I thought I'd be? And as I look at what we are dealing with right now, what is it I need to do? What adjustments I need to make? What new choices I need to make? And what goals have I set for myself? So when I emerge out of this, I will be a new creature. Because I spent time working on myself. God asked Adam, "Adam, where are you?" Good question. Not because he didn't know, but he wanted Adam to think. See, at the end of the day, life is a question, and how you live your life is the answer. And so we have to begin to spend some time with ourselves, thinking. I'm 75. And so as I rethinking my life and spending some time, one of the things I wanted to get done that I didn't want to take to the cemetery, my book. You got to be hungry. I've been starting and stopping and starting and stopping for over 22 years. And a friend of mine, Miles Monroe, said, "Rob the cemetery, Les, of your book. Don't take that book to the cemetery with you. Rob the cemetery of your gifts, of your abilities, of your talents. Live full, die empty." This is the time as you look at yourself and ask yourself the question, what really matters? I've been spending more time talking to my children rather than talking at them. I've been spending time talking to my brothers and sisters and trying to be a brother rather than an advocate. I was trying to help my twin brother lose weight, and I gained 14 pounds. You know what? I motivate people around the world. And my own twin brother, I came here looking out for him. He went out first. I said, you go out and check everything out. I heard a slap on his little butt. I said, what's going on? And they pulled me out. I came here looking out for him. And he can't hear me. And I'm saying to him, listen to me, Linda. Listen to me. You know what? You can tell I had to take my medication. But you know, the hardest people sometimes to reach in the world are your relatives. It's amazing how people can be raised in the same house, same parents, and end up dramatically different. And so as you look at yourself, what are you hungry for? What is going to be different when you come out of here? Paul said, I must die daily. What part of yourself that you need to let go of the behaviors and the choices that you've been making in the past because they're a liability to you, not an asset. And as things are changing out here, and the 40-40 plan is gone where you can go to college and graduate in debt and get a job and work for 40 years, that time is gone. So how are you going to train yourself? What's your assets right now? And what's your liabilities? You know, I have a young man working with me, and I have a ritual. I want you to write this down. Tonight, before I go to sleep, I'll think about it, and I'm going to write down 7 things that I want to get out of tomorrow. See, most people get up there just trying to get through the day. They spend time watching CNN, constant negative news. Whatever you watch, the first 30 minutes when you wake up in the morning affects the spirit of your day. So if you don't have an agenda for your life, you're going to become a part of somebody else's agenda. So when I got fired from WBKO radio station, I wrote down 7 things that I was going to do that would move me in the direction of getting another job at that point in time. Because I had to restart my life. And you're in an incredible place. Oops, I'm not supposed to keep my fingers away from my eyes. Yeah, that's the one I saw over there. Just spray my finger, my thumb. All right. I was in the room the other day by myself, and I sneezed and ran out. I said, wait a minute, that's my sneeze. I'm in Atlanta where there's a lot of pollen, but I scared myself. I said, I can't watch any more television. I can't do it. They got me scared to death. And so, write this down. Fortify your mind. I'm encouraging you. I just finished talking to a friend of mine, and I said, man, what's going on? How you doing? I was recommended to call him by his sister. He said, oh, I'm just a few days from hospice. I said, are you kidding me? Do you know who you're talking to? Did you talk to God? Somebody had a stethoscope around their neck and a white coat, and they told you you're a few days from hospice, and you saying, okay, let me sign everything over to the family. Let me get my affairs in order. Get your affairs in order. You better get ready to fight. Paul said, I fought a good fight. Come on, let's talk about what it's going to take for you to be here. I've been kicking cancer's butt for 27 years. You're one of the people who called me and said, Les, you got this. You can make this happen. And I'm hearing you saying, you going to hospice? No. Oh, we're going to all leave here. We all have an expiration date. But don't accelerate the process. Don't go down without a fight. No. No. This is the time for you to develop a closer relationship with God. This is the time for you to get to know the truth of who you are. This is a moment for you. My daughter said gaps are from God. To go within, search your soul, and find a sense of peace, and work on yourself, and implement a strategy that says, I want to be here. That's what time it is. Not time to get dressed to go to hospice. No, absolutely not. Here's what's important now. I want you to go online and find Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. Watch it for 90 days straight. Getting Unstuck by Les Brown. It's Possible by Les Brown. And you deserve to program your mind to win. If you don't program your mind will be programmed with all of this stuff out here that's promoting fear. We need to let some people die to save the economy. And I heard one crash idiot say, I'm willing to die for the economy. Oh, I wish I was an insurance agent. I'd have ran up to him and I said, look, I want to sell you some life insurance. And just one other thing, sign here that I could be the beneficiary. Yeah. And I'll let the economy know that you were willing to die for it. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. I will die for the economy. Okay, find that in scripture for me. I have come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. Except for the economy, of course. I'm an inspirational speaker for a Jewish carpenter. No. When I lost my job as a disc jockey, I thought something bad had happened to me. And then I look back, somebody asked me, what would you say to the younger Les Brown? And I would say to him, there are things that are going to happen to you in life that you think happened to you, but ultimately you will discover they happened for you. Because had I not been fired from WVKO radio station, I would have never became a state legislator. Had I not been fired, I would have never been able to pass 14 bills my first term in office and become the chairman of the Human Resource Committee and the Education Committee. Had I not been fired, I'd have never been able to resign and go back to Miami, Florida, and buy my adopted mother a home and take care of her until she was 89. Had I not been fired, I'd have never become a motivational speaker and be able to speak to you right now. Had I not been fired, I'd not been able to travel to over 50 countries around the world, sharing with people, you have something special. You have greatness in you. You're greater than anything that ever happened to you. They meant it for evil. God meant it for good. Write this down. I always give myself a prayer that when I'm dealing with a situation like these people who are going through now, these millions of people that have lost their jobs and their businesses, Father, give this to me if it's for my highest good. If not, give me its equivalent or something better. Father, give this to me if it's for my highest good. If not, give me its equivalent or something better. Helen Keller said, when one door closes, another door opens, but so many people look at and talk about and become depressed about the closed door, they don't see the open door. This is your time. This is your time. Over 38 million people need you. You are a messenger of hope. When there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present. You, people need you. You were born for such a time as this. You were chosen. That one there. Right, that one there. Oh, but yeah, that one there. Yeah, I want that one there. You were chosen out of 400 million sperm to help people learn how to take charge of their lives, to help them to learn how to create their own personal economy. Learn how not to be a victim and live life victoriously. This is your time. This is who you are. This is an entrepreneur's era, what the late Peter Drucker called the era of the 3 C's: accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. This is your time. Someone said opportunity knocks on every door. No, opportunity stands by silently waiting for you to recognize it. This is your time. Know that. Declare that. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. Death and life is in the tongue. Why would the book of lies say death and life is in the tongue? Because most people speak death rather than life. This is your time. Yes, it is. You don't know enough about yourself to be a cynic and tell me you don't have greatness in you. This is your time. Here's something else. I want you to think about your goals and dreams. And I want you to say to yourself, it's possible. It's possible that if anybody at any time was faced with some adversity like Walt Disney, who had he filed bankruptcy 7 times and had 2 nervous breakdowns. If anybody at any point in time, like Les Brown, who was sleeping on the floor of his office and he literally was bathing in the sink down the hall at the Penobscot building, the 21st floor, 3 times 7 is 21, the 21st floor, bathing in the sink in pursuit of a dream. And he came out on top. Family member said, look at it. Leslie, why don't you get a job? You had a good job. It says, Wesley, I'm working on my dream. And this is my year. Leslie, you said that last year. Wesley, I know, but this year is different. You said that too. My sister Margaret Ann, look at him, he's losing weight. I'm fasting, Margaret Ann. He's fasting! Woo! He's fasting, he's fasting, he's fasting. You hungry. You just drank all the food off that plate. You didn't eat it. Look, it's clean, Mama. You need to other plate. Leave my boy alone. Leave him alone. Leave his dream alone. Thank you, Mama. Mom, I'm going to do it this year. I can't buy you a home on a job. I'm going to do it, Mama. I believe you, Leslie. You don't have to. I know it. You didn't have to adopt us either, but you did. I believe in you, Leslie. Write this down. Sometimes you have to believe in somebody's belief in you until your belief kicks in. With those words, I got on a Greyhound bus, left Miami, Florida, in pursuit of my dream. What are you hungry for? I was hungry to take care of my mother. She worked on Miami Beach, and she worked for wealthy families. She cleaned their homes, and she cooked for them, and we ate the food left over from the families that she cooked for. She kept their children, and we wore the hand-me-down clothes of the children that she kept. And anybody looking at me thought I was a joke. He said, he can buy you a home name. Isn't that the one that's touched in the head? That was labeled educable, mentally retarded, and put back from the 5th grade, 4th grade, and fell again in the 8th grade at Booker T. He said, he can buy you a home name. I told you that boy's a little touched in the head. Always getting in trouble in school because he talked to me. Mama knew I heard him. She came in the house. She said, Leslie, you heard Miss Sally next door. I said, yes, ma'am. She cried. She said, don't worry about what they say. Opinions are like behinds. Everybody's got one. I said, thank you, Mama. You have something special. You have greatness within you. You know, when I was talking to John very briefly, I thought about Mr. Leroy Washington. John has similar personality. I heard the energy in his voice. You got leadership that cares about you, that loves you, and believes in you, want the best for you. I went in Mr. Washington's room looking for a friend named MacArthur Stevens, and he said, "Young man, go to the board and work this out for me." And I said, "Sir, I can't do what you asked me to do. You want me to read this? I can't do that." He said, "Why not?" I said, "I'm not one of your students." He said, "Do it anyhow." And then the other students started laughing, saying, "He's Leslie. He's a twin. His brother's name is Wesley. Wesley's smart. He's DT." And he asked, "What's DT?" "He's the dumb twin." And they all started laughing. And I said, "I am, sir." And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, "Don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality." Oh. How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves. On that day, he interrupted my story. Mama used to say, "Leslie, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you." Oh, words can hurt you very deeply, but when he spoke, he interrupted the story I believe about myself at that time. I train speakers in how to create an experience with an audience. And I share with them strategies on how to interrupt a person's story about themselves. Because that's what happened from me. And that's what you are. You're a disruptor. You interrupt a person's vision of themselves. When you speak, when you present, when you share the opportunity, you give them a vision of themselves beyond their fears, beyond the adverse situations that they're dealing with, beyond their circumstances, and allow them to live into the future, to get out of their imagination and to get a vision of what they can do. He said, "I'll give you all your eyes can see." You have something special. You have greatness in you. You were born for such a time as this. You are no accident. Oh, no. No coincidence if you're here. Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. You were chosen for this time. There are people listening for your voice. There are some people that's going to hear my voice. Some will hear John's voice, Dylan's voice. Some people are going to hear your voice. They're part of your tribe. They will hear the energy behind your voice and say, "Whoa, he's talking to me. Oh, wow. She spoke to me. Oh my God, my heart is beating fast. She was talking to me." You have something special. You have greatness in you. The movie Lion King, Simba, you are more than that which you have become. Guess what? You are more than that which you have become. Stevie Wonder could see that. Oh, behave. Whatever. I'm sorry. I told John I needed my medication before I got started. Okay, I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. Now y'all know why they labeled me educable mentally retarded. Yeah, that one's touched in the head over there. He's talking to himself. They used to put me in the closet. They say, "Go in there until you learn how to be quiet." I used to get punished for talking too much. Now I get paid to speak. $70,000 an hour. People say money won't make you happy, but everybody want to find out for themselves. Okay, all right. Behave. Okay. Here's the other thing. I won't have them wind up. I don't have much time. I'm going to be respectful of the time that you have. Challenge yourself. As you look at your goals and look at your dreams, spend more time working on your mind. Jim Rohn said, if I had 6 hours to cut a tree down, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening my axe. As you look at your goals and your dreams, what will change about you? What radical change that will take place in your behavior? As you look at where you are, ask yourself the question, who can I count on and who should I count out? Many people will not achieve their goals and dreams because they have too many toxic, negative, energy-draining people in their lives. So you got to evaluate the relationships that you have right now. They're toxic relationships and they're nourishing relationships. People that are nourishing, they bring the best out of you. They hold you accountable. They challenge you. They coach you and teach you how to maximize the system, because the system works if you work it. Toxic relationships will tell you what you can't do. Toxic relationships are emotionally draining. And so there are some people that they're always there when they need you, but when you need them, you can't find them. Write this down. OQP. Mr. Washington said, you want to make it in life, young man? Yes, sir. Practice OQP. What does that mean, Mr. Washington? Only quality people. You want to make it in life? Birds of a feather flock together. You run around with losers, you end up a loser. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. Whoa. I got all the broke people out my life. You know what? Y'all got to go. Don't go away, man. But you got to go. I used to be so broke, I walked past the bank and tripped the alarm. Okay. Oh, boy. Yes. Upgrade your relationships. Work on your mind. Here's something else. Create and build a winning team to give yourself, as Warren Buffett would say, a sustainable, competitive advantage. Dr. Howard Thurman, who was a mentor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Martin Luther King Jr. and Albert Schweitzer, they were mentored by Dr. Howard Thurman. Dr. Howard Thurman said that two primary questions that one must ask oneself in life. Number one, where are you going? And number two, who's going with you? And if you ever ask those questions in the wrong order, you'll be in serious trouble. Some people are happy with where they are. My mother had a sign on her mirror. I never understood it. And you have to tell after she passed. And it was, oh Lord, help me keep my nose out of other people's business. Oh man, help me keep my nose out of other people's business. Some people don't want to change. Some people, they're fine with where they are. Whosoever will, let him come. Work with the willing. A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. Work with people who want more money, who are hungry for more money, not those who need more money. People who want more money and hungry, they're going to work. See, there are two types of people in the world, those who work and those who watch them. I'm telling you what I know. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. I remember I was on Miami Beach with a friend of mine. He bought this brand new mansion. And his brother came over from Liberty City. We went to Booker T. Washington High School together. The brother was doing labor. He and I worked on a garbage truck together. The wealthy brother He was involved in real estate and investments. So the younger brother asked, how did you get this? And the older brother said, a lot of hard work. And the younger brother, in a moment of honesty that changed my life, he said, I'm not willing to do that. I got out of that hot tub so quickly. I didn't want that kind of mindset to be contagious. And I started focusing on working, getting a bigger life. I'm going to leave this with you. Horace Mann said, we should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind. Make a decision during this lockdown that when you come out, and you're going to get through this, that you will be prepared to manifest the next greatest version of yourself. When you come out, because of your silence, because of your speaking and saying, order my steps, Lord, speak thy servant heareth thee. When you come out, you become, as Mother Teresa would say, a pencil in the hand of God and start writing a new chapter in your life. When you come out, you'll say, Lord, I'm committed to live a life that will outlive me. You have something special. You have greatness in you. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. I had 7 more points, but I'm over time. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. Thank you. Jan?
Okay, Les, I'm left speechless. I mean, what do you say after all that? Everybody's blown away. I've got a whole page of notes. The comments are flowing. Y'all smash that hard button, share this out. In fact, here's what we're going to do. Those of you that are sharing, drop the word shared in the comments. If you're tagging teammates, go right ahead. We're actually going to give away 5 of his books. His book is You've Got to Be Hungry, his brand new book, bestseller. So we're going to be giving away 5 of those bad boys. But here's the deal. I want all of you to go on Amazon right now, purchase the hard copy or Kindle, just get this book. And then the 5 winners that we pick here in the next 24 hours, those of you sharing, you're not going to get this book for yourself. No. You're going to buy the book for yourself. You're going to give this book, if you win one of the 5 we give away, to a teammate, to somebody you know, someone that needs to hear Les Brown's message. First of all, you're full of stories, man. The stories just keep flowing. People love the stories. Your laugh is contagious. It's my favorite laugh. Everybody's sharing. Everybody's loving this. So we appreciate you. Again, honor to have you here on our channel, on our show. I know everybody's going to go to Amazon or wherever they.
Let me tell you, here's where they go.
Yes.
I am hungry, Les Brown.
Oh, perfect. I am
hungry. Credit for the New York Times bestseller list. I am hungry, Les Brown. They go there, they can purchase the book.
Perfect.
We'll get credit for the New York Times bestseller list. I like to say this.
Yes.
We are locked down. So I've been doing a lot of webinars. I just want to serve people, you know. If God don't do anything else for me, he's done enough. My children are healthy, not driving me completely crazy. You know, when you get older, they try to become your parent, you know. They took my driver's license and you know what, you don't need to drive. I said, what? You taught Dad and be looking all around? No. You know? And but if you can get a receipt of a copy of somebody's receipt and you get enough people, what I'd like to do is share the other 7 things I didn't get to say. Because right now, if you're giving out a lot, you need. Now I finished talking to my friend, to keep him from giving up and saying, wait a minute, no, you're still breathing. You woke up this morning. It's the best day of your life. Don't tell me it's not because they tell you you're just a few days from hospice. You don't have a chalk outline around your body now. You better hope I'm right. Don't listen to them. You need to listen to me now. And when I got through talking with him, I was great. I had to put on one of my motivational materials and say, talk to me, motivator. I'm hungry for energy right now. And so I just like to help people. I get fired up. I enjoy this. And that's why the speakers that I trained, they said, you've been doing this 51 years and you're like a little kid. You're so excited. And I love to teach people how to tell their story and how to create an experience with this story. Because I don't believe, John, and I'm sure you would agree, we were not born to work for a living, but to live our making. And living our making will make our living. You won't be in this business unless in your heart of hearts, you enjoy helping people. I mean, listen, I did multi-level marketing for years, and I would not be who I am had it not been for the ability to present, to train, and the personal development principles that I learned all in it. And so a lot of people helped me, man. Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Robert Schuller, Dexter Yeager. A lot of people poured into me. And sometimes you have to believe in somebody's belief in you. So your belief kicks in. God be the glory. I'm glad I'm still here and I can serve. 75. My daughter said I'm 75. I said, I'm not going to argue with you. So if you get enough people that's interested, what I call it is discover your power voice. And teach them how to make a difference with their story. And it's not long because people don't have a long attention span. So it's probably about 2 or 3 hours. Teaching some things that be helpful. Thank you so very much for the opportunity to serve you. God bless you and your wife. And Dylan, I appreciate you so much. Bless all of you. Understand and know this is your time. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Take care, brother. We'll drop the link also in the comments, and we're going to change the description so you all have the link. You've got to be hungry, lesbrown.com. Get the book. Les, thank you so much, and we'd love to have you back. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.